Let's get this prepped for winter!
Alright folks, so today is going to be just a quick video on a little Impax 4-stroke petrol generator. It's an 1800 watt one. I've had it for about a year and a bit. It's not done a lot of hours, but we're getting into the winter season. Storms, plane, trains, automobiles, whatever could go wrong probably will go wrong, and I want this serviced as a backup to the batteries and power banks and things. So it's a very, very simple service on these. Going to run the engine, get up to temp, then let it drain down back into the sump gallery. While it's doing that, we'll take off the airbox cover, clean out the air filter, change the spark plug, and then drain the oil. To drain the oil on these, there's no drain plug, so it's basically stick it in and pull the oil out with a big old syringe, and that's that. So let's crack on. So as you can no doubt hear, it's a noisy little bugger. So we'll let that run for 5-10 minutes, get the oil nice and hot, get any crap and sludge down in the bottom of the galleries, and turn it off, change the spark plug, clean the airbox. Right, now something to note, when you're turning the generator off, don't just switch it off, right? Turn the fuel stop off. That takes all the fuel and drains it right out of the carburetor and let it run empty. That way we don't need to worry about long-term sludging with the carburetor fuel system. There we go, that's much quieter. So now that that's switched off, I'll bring this in a bit. Hopefully be able to see a little better. Airbox. It's only one little screw holds it in. Just undo that quickly. Now they say to change or clean the air filter every 50 hours or 10 if it's a gritty or dusty environment. Now that's absolutely pristine. You can see how much use it gets. I generally run the engine on average once a month for half an hour to an hour just to keep it ticking over, because like any machine, it's built to be used. So I've got no problem with putting that back in. That goes in as it comes out, just like that. 2 clips at the top of the airbox. That goes in there. A little bit fiddly, but it does go in. There we go. Put the screw back in. Now we tighten that up. Spark plugs at this side. It's quite easy to get to, just be aware that it's been running. It's a tad hot. Take the HT lead off. Move that to the side. Let's see if we can get in there with that. Not very easily. Take the extension off. Put the ratchet in. That's better. And out it comes. And just in case anybody's wondering, it's right next to the exhaust. And it's rather hot. I almost said sweary words beginning with F. And then remembered that there's the slightest chance this video may get monetized, so for once in my life, I'll stop swearing. So, plug will be out in 2 seconds. There we go. There's the plug. Now, let's have a look. So there's no pitting or wear on the electrode. Crash course for anybody who doesn't know how it works. Spark jumps across there. Over time, it starts to become pitted and worn, and it erodes the electrode as it jumps the gap. This is absolutely fine. You can also tell by the colour of the plug if it's running lean, rich or anything else. This is very slightly suited. You'd be looking for a nice light brown colour, but I've got no problems with that at all. So I'm just going to compare that to the new plug, and it's the exact same model number. Okay, I already gapped this one, so we're going to put the plug in. Try and avoid getting bumped. I knew there was a reason I gave up the tools a long time ago. I'm just kidding. For a hobby, I actually don't mind getting my hands dirty anymore. It was just day in, day out. Working on shit like this started to get really old really quick. So, plugs in. Just going to give that a wee tighten. We don't need to go crazy. Okay, that's the spark plug in. HT leads back on. Just going to flip this round. And here, we've got the dipstick, and also it doubles as the filler point and the drain point. So we take that out, give that a little clean. The tub, just like me. And then we draw the oil out, just like that. And this old container here. Try and get some more. Got a little bit. Sounds like a bad nightmare curry, that noise, doesn't it? So I'm just going to try and angle this towards me a little. That's better. That's good. I've poured more out than I've captured there. Clean up aisle 1. Not one of the things in life that is very easy to do with one hand, I should point out. But my glamorous assistant is at work today. I'm still off nursing this dodgy ankle. Let's get that in there. I think that's as much as we're going to get out of that. Now, what you can do is, if you get an empty fuel tank, this is half full and I'm not emptying it. If there's no fuel in there and you've emptied the carb bowl by running it, just tip that right in the side and drain the oil into a suitable container. That's your other option. So I'm going to tidy up here, refill it, and then I'll come back. Okay, oil in, fuel taps on. Let's see if it will start. That choke. Right, that's the carburetor bowl drained down, as we spoke about earlier. Checked for leaks, made sure the HT leads is routed properly, it's not rubbing in anything. Spark plugs with another little nip. Yep, good to go. Had a quick check round the crankcase, no leaks. Exhaust system's tight, no gas leaks. Fuel pipes only perished, cracked or otherwise damaged by any small vermin. So that's us good to go for the winter period. Time taking about 20 minutes all in. So yeah, worth doing for the winter time. As part of your preps. If you've got a generator, give it a little service. If you can't do it yourself, get it into the workshop, get it done before the winter months come in. Let's make sure these things don't let us down when we need them the most. If this has been any value, like, share, subscribe, and most above all, comment. Let me know your own experiences with your generators, what you've got, how you found it, how it fits in with your prep. Thanks, guys.
Over at last. Like and subscribe, folks. Saves him moaning.